Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. The Unknown Benefactor Challenge takes another step. Second event in the challenge, 10th of the year. And Dort Racing clinging to a very narrow lead over Panther and Scuderia Rossini, but that's a heck of a lot better than we were last time. So I will definitely take it. I'm starting to wonder why they put this design center thing in here, because 8 weeks, by the time that's done, we're not going to have time to use it to design a part that's useful this year. So it just seems to be a very superfluous part of the design of this challenge. In any case, we did finish the gearbox right at the end, or the first gearbox, right at the end of the last session. So we'll be looking at that. There we go. Yep, that was our first one. Let's work on a new one. Just going to do that because of no time or cost. And we won't want it to, definitely won't want to do that because we don't want the risk level +1. So we won't use that when it's actually time to fully design a part. Okay. There's another million out the door, and once again it's going to be done about the time of the next race, which is in Ardennes. Let's take a look at this. What does XBC have to say? Compliment the driver. Give credit to others. Pit crew. Sparks fly between Van Dort and Panther race team. Visible tension between myself, Caroline Jenkins, and Panther race team's manager, Jonathan Guinness. The rivalry between these two teams only continue to intensify. Well, hopefully not, because hopefully we'll run away with it. And yeah, gearbox finished. There's our repairs. Alright, let's take a look at what we want to do over the next 10 days. It looks like we just ticked up a little bit overall. As we see, are noticeably above average, not by much. So we're going to want the engine and the front wing over here. And we can't improve the front wing anymore, so it'll just be the engine. Now the other thing about that is, can we get, I'd like to get everything above 85% that I can. And I think that should be doable for everything here. So I want to switch over, I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to switch over to the engine. Yeah, and we could max those out if we needed to. Then let's see, let's get that front wing up there. So I'm actually going to pick the highest ones here, because I want to get them above 80, up to 85 or higher, then take them out, put the next lower one in, and so on. So let's see. Let's just see how this works. I'm literally going to go like a day at a time at the beginning here. There we go. Pull that out. Sort of stuck. There we go. $78 and probably 71 there. And if we're going to go with the if we're going to go with the higher engines, and I am, then I want to fit those to the car eventually. But yeah, 13 days after the race. So I should be able to get all these up. But We've got, we're currently first, better than second. Excellent. Keep up the good work. Boy, what a change a race makes. 33 laps, 3.6 miles, fairly long. 40% chance of rain, and strong engines are the key component here. So that's one reason why I really want to get that engine going. All right, we can take that out. That's at 85. Go ahead and throw that one in. And Maria Gonzalez says, you know, we should really work on a gearbox. I'm doing it. Seriously, have you talked to the designers? I'm literally working on a gearbox right now. Chill out, Maria. Seriously. And of course, it's just, you know, they're just looking at the stats for your stuff and saying, hey, you should consider this. But, I mean, I'm working on it now. So, seriously. Okay, let's yank the suspension out. So this gearbox and that gearbox now. And this should be everything that we want in there. Take a couple more days. Apparently all is not well with Lipinen, who is somewhat of a jerk. And see, we went back down again. So the roller coaster continues. We've got 3 days to go, and we're not there. So I think I'll lower my standards to 80. Pull this out. I don't want to pull that engine out. See, the thing is, I really need this engine to get up a lot higher quickly. So let's do like that. You know what? I'm just going to go a day at a time here. Really micromanage these adjustments. Okay, they say can't see Gonzalez making up too much ground in Belgium. Wexler is driving too well. We'll see about that. 11 points, and she says she's going to come after it. Saarinen thinking there's an outside chance of a podium. Boy, that's not much optimism for a driver who's for one of the top teams. Okay, we're up at 70% here, with 2 days to go. I think I need to give it another day. Okay, 80%. So let's put you and the other engine back in. And then anything that's still lower down. 73, 75, 76. Let's just see how high we can get those. So didn't quite get where we wanted. But we're gonna should be around at least 75 for everything. And we've got the front wings are maxed and the engines are close. Front wings are not actually maxed. Okay. You know, I'll throw that front wing up there. No. 83 is enough. Pull it. Well, see, I can't decide. I can't make up my mind. I'll do that. We've got a birthday. Sure, why not? We can afford the money. So that's no big deal. Okay, let's adjust our parts now. Because let's put you in the new engine. Costa and Gonzalez. And that's going to be enough to get us into 8th and 9th instead of 9th and 12th. So says the briefing. Well, that's better. And Yeah, it's not that much of a money difference. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so it's gonna be stormy, but we're looking at about 14 degrees. I'm going the same as I did last time. Because again, with cool temperatures, I'm going to want to keep as many tires as I can for qualifying, etc. Let's just do that. Okay. Off to the Ardennes we go. Alright, so we got a bit of rain to start out practice. And it looks like it's going to be clear weather the rest of the way. So I probably just want to start out on inters for a bit, because it's going to rain during the race. I think that's my best plan. Get something out of inters, and then switch over to super softs, which we'll plan on using primarily for the race. Want to keep those up. Let's set our drivers. So 105 there. And then we're dropping it a little bit more. For Gonzalez. 105, 195. Super softs aren't a bad idea, but we are switching to inters. Definitely more downforce. And I would expect to want a little bit more speed in this case. Probably going to want more understeer as well, but we'll see. As it is given to be engines are the key part here. Won't go quite as high, I don't think, with Gonzalez, given her prediction. Definitely going to go to the understeer side here. Speed looks pretty reasonable. Let's see what we've got. I do want to remember this time that the first round of qualifying can basically be practice session 2. So I'm not going to be as worried about the setup as I am just getting the trim that I want. Inters, super softs, and then possibly softs at the end. But getting the race and qualifying up is going to be key to get all the stops done at the right time, given that this is a longer track. Alright, so we want more speed for both drivers. I think they're going to go around for this one and possibly one more. Well, would one more even help, though? And I don't think it would. One more is not going to help us get any better. You know, we're going to be at inter-level 1 regardless. Okay. We're not. I was sure we were going to hit it. Okay. I'm going to send Gonzalez back out. Same stuff for a single lap. Get that inter to level 1. And then we're going to switch here. You're on the race trim, might as well stay there, to super softs. What have we got? We've got good, poor, and poor. Let's assume you want a little bit more downforce. Go up to 7. We'll try the understeer and speed approach first. And that's about as maxed out as I can do. They might want oversteer. Yeah, might want oversteer because of those winding turns. Why don't we go that route? That seems to be a more natural fit. But then I can't get the speed. Boy. Alright, I'll try. Just got to pick a direction and try one, and then I'll know which way I need to try and tweak it. So, let's go with that. There, just go ahead and come in, and we'll make your changes then. Now we're going to change your speed up. I'm just going to keep one driver on qualifying, one on race trim for here. Both were at 83, so you want speed. Let's get that in place before we go with tweaking anything else. I'll leave these out here as long as we can go. So Alo does like the handling direction of more understeer. Gonzalez likes the speed better. And so does Alo. So we're currently 5th and 7th, but most of the other drivers not using the tires that we are. To their detriment, I might add, because too aggressive with the wings for Alo, but Gonzalez likes those. So we got sort of a difference of opinion. We want to go with lower downforce for Alo. I like Alo better. Also likes the handling. Alright, so we're coming in now this lap. We're almost to level 2 on race trim and qualifying. We'll stick on those. And it looks like one of them is going to have to go back out on super softs. So I think I'll do that with Aloe. Let's switch it up with Gonzalez. Okay, yeah, the downforce is the only thing that really needs attention here. We're at 90%. The understeer isn't exactly right, but it's close. Go to 5.9, I think, and just see how that works and see what they say about the handling as well. This, again, is not going to be right, but right now I care about getting the downforce right. We're not going to be out there that long. So Gonzalez really close. Just needs to nail the speed. Already at 98%. And let's switch to soft tires. So our speed was poor, and still poor, and then great. So I'm not sure which way to go. Let's just tick it a bit higher. Level 2 qualifying. Now we're just making our way towards the level 3 on both of those. Looks like we're probably going to make it on the race trim and not on the other. This is close. This is really close. Yep, just going to let it go around again. We'll bring you in on the super softs. Okay, much closer here now. 97%. We're going to tweak that tomorrow. And right now, we just want to, get you back out because you're on the race trim. We need to max that. I think we're close enough to possibly not making it. But I don't want to mess around there. Yeah, we're going to make it, but not by a lot. And I don't know if we're going to make the qualifying one. I don't think we are. Still inching up further. Goodness, this is close. Oh, we did hit it. Okay, level 3 super softs, level 2 softs, level 3 race and qualifying trim, and level 1 on the inters. Can't ask for any more than that. Very happy with that practice. So we're in 6th and 9th, which is probably better than we should be. Less than a second. Gonzalez is less than a second behind Saarinen. So Saarinen and Wexler both at the top. Zoe Sharp for Panther in 3rd. Surikov in 7th. And on we go to qualifying. Another marriage proposal. This one for Costa. And people talking about Saarinen, as they should, because he won the practice round. Good weather to start for qualifying. I think we're going to get just a bit... Oh yeah, it's going to rain at the end. So our fastest times are probably going to come in the middle area. Like to do maybe some quick tweaks and then get a time in. Super softs, well, no. Qualifying and super overtake. And then super softs, we may want to use this for the race, I'm not sure. Okay, what do we want to adjust? We're at 97%. See, for the downforce, we were at good, and then okay, and then great. I think a little bit lower on that. And then the handling, weirdly enough, it's excellent, but it says it's just off the scale. So we want it just on the scale, I think. And then we just need to bring back the speed balance a little bit more to the acceleration side. Okay. So let's tweak this down just a bit to 5.7 if I can get myself to use the slider properly. Drop that down. Well, actually, I might not want to do it that way. Maybe I want to do both. Tell you what, get that back, and then there we go, just on the edge. Okay, so let's give that a whirl. Then here on the speed balance, we were poor, stayed poor, and then we hit great and great. So let's try a little bit lower then. Let's see what that does to us. Okay, both drivers, I just want you to go out and come back in. Okay, now timing-wise, it looks like our prediction for the best track grip is a little under 5 minutes. I wanna go out pretty soon now, probably in about 30 seconds, I think, for our first of our 2 runs. So I've got to make a decision here. Well, no decision to be made there. You've got the right stuff. What about Gonzalez? Nope. That was not it. So I want to... Okay. I need a tweak. Try to get in between these two. A little bit lower top speed than that. So like maybe right there, and then just see what that does to our handling, if that messes it up or not. Just give that a try. I'm going to wait for 9.5, I think. It's my best guess. And I want to send Cost out, and then Gonzalez. And Ardennes, of course, has this looping around pit row that you stay on a lot longer than at other tracks. It's a hair later than I wanted to go, but we'll settle for it. $11 seconds. That could make you a little bit late. Start you getting up to temp. Let's nail Costa's setting here. Question is, will Gonzalez finish her qualifying lap before the grip starts to go down and the rain hits? And I don't think we're quite going to hit it. Like we're going to be a little bit late for that. First things first, here's Costa. About a quarter second off the pace at the end of the first one, yep. Minute and a half. So this is going to be about a 50-minute race. Definitely, again, with the faster, lower lap counts, under an hour. 8th, not happy with it. Here's Gonzalez. And the forecast has changed. It was showing a dip there earlier. So it looks like we're going to make it here too. And Gonzalez 9th. Neither driver happy with their time, but I think we're going to make top 15. Yep, there comes the rain. So our timing was decent for it. We could have actually gone out a little bit later, but our timing was decent. Let's see what Gonzalez thought about her settings. 99%. Okay. Both drivers at 99. I'm very happy with that because we're right where we want to be on our setups heading into the second day. Second qualifying session. Excuse me. There would be no point, not with water on the track. Zoe Sharp with the win despite the injury. So we lose nobody from the top teams. Everybody's still alive. Now our key goal, of course, is to finish top 10 tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, in qualifying session 2. I'm eventually going to get that straight. Decent weather to start. So now that we've got the setup, our only question is, when do we go out here? Boy. I need about a 4-minute gap. It looks like we want to be finished. The question is, do we want to go out for a wet one? And I don't think we do. I think we want to go out for that gap between 6 and 3, or between 5 and 3 minutes. Now, our warm-up lap for that is going to be pretty hideous. The warm-up lap is going to be, you know, in dry tires on a wet track. But we can get most of that done with very little water, which makes me think that's going to be faster. Most of the actual qualifying lap done with very little water, which makes me think that's going to be the best one. Although I could probably go out right away and do a lap on inters just to be safe in case we miss that window. Bring us back in at about 8 minutes. Should be enough time. Okay, let's do that. Send both of them out immediately. And I'm going to want a little bit of a gap between them, but I'm only going to let like 10 seconds go by. There we go. Now, trying to pack them in like this really puts a lot of pressure on managing the tire temperatures. And as much as I would prefer not to mess with that, I don't think we're going to have a choice here. That actually didn't go as badly as I thought it would. So the main thing I want to see here is how long it took to get out there until we finish the lap. Costa at 8.6, Gonzalez at 6.1, so at least we've got pretty strong form for this. Better than we had for the last session. $129 and change. Alright, Gonzalez crossed the line at about 8:20. We got almost 3.5 minutes from the time we started leaving the pit until we crossed the line. And I want to be in by the 3-minute mark. So I think about 6:40 for her to go out. Send Costa out at about 7 and send her out at about 6:40. And boy, I don't think we're going to make it now. I don't think we're going to be in time. If we are, it's going to be really close. So yeah, I'm going to send them out as soon as they show up. Really close. Switch to super softs and go. Oh, I think I am going to make it, but again, it's going to be so tight. Wow, I didn't realize it was going to be that close, or I would not have done it. But I think we're going to get away with it. So right now we have a very healthy lead due to us going out on inters at first. And I'm pretty sure that if we hit this gap, we're going to be the only drivers that do. Back off the tires. Doggone it. I didn't get Gonzalez up in time. Oh well. Just going to have to hope she can do well enough to make the top 10 and the other drivers don't do well enough at the end. And I don't know if they'll handle the tire changes, the weather changes well enough to do that. This entire run may be completely unnecessary. But it's looking good at the moment. There comes the rain again. So it came a little earlier than we expected. Unhappy with the best time. Unhappy with the second best time, naturally. So let's see how that holds up. I don't think we're going to have any problem moving on. Now we got some drivers going out on inters. That much water on the track, there's no way they approach our times. So for the second race in a row, the weather is our friend. Zoe Sharp knocked out, as is DeGraff of Boa Esperança, but Zoe Sharp's the only one from the main competitors. Scuderia is still up there with Wexler in third and Saarinen in fifth, and Panther still has Surikov in seventh. So it's looking like Panther is going to be hit a little bit, and maybe we'll want to sabotage Scuderia. Let's wait and see, though, how the third qualifying session goes. Decent weather once again. To start, will it rain again still later? Off and on the rain is today. It is going to rain a little bit. Yep, so we're only... I think I want to be able to get in 2 runs here. Maybe. You know what? I think I'll just stick with 1. Stick with 1 at the very end when we've got lots of great track grip. Looks like it's going to peak maybe a couple minutes before. So I think if we go out, I don't think we can go do better than going out at like 4 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. No, I'm going to go out at 4. Let's go out at 4 minutes, take our run, and see what happens. Rather save the tires for the race, I think. Let's just really speed through this. Slow it down a bit. Now it's dried out and the track grip coming back up. You can see it's not going to hit it till the very end. I'm going to knock this down to 345. Which should still give us somewhere around 15-20 seconds to spare. Cost at 7.5, Gonzalez at 3.8. That's uninspiring on her part. Definitely, particularly giving his super overtake ability, definitely expecting a better time out of Gustavo. I was adding in the time from both laps here, not just the first one, so we're actually early. I should have waited to more like 2 minutes or a little bit more, but that small amount of grip. Oh, come on. Oh boy, I thought I had more time. So that was unfortunate. Did the qualifying session for the first race almost perfectly. This one made a few small errors. Costa still not that far off of Lipinen's time. Now he is, and you know, times are going to improve, so we'll just see where we end up. And right now, just barely in second. Gonzalez has been slower, as anticipated. No, you're not going to take another crack at it. You're out of time. So that's 7th. So Gonzalez definitely going to start further back in the field. Wexler taking the lead. Yeah, and Costa all the way down to 6th now. 6th and 8th, we're still going to hit our sponsor objective. Good thing we didn't aim higher. But Wexler in the lead, Lipinen right behind. So our goal will be to stay up close to the front here. and then once again see who we have to knock off at the end. It's supposed to be stormy. If the weather gives us a hand, maybe we can have another virtuoso performance like last time. We'll see what happens. Okay, so post-qualifying reaction, and this is my second attempt at the race for a couple reasons. One, they seem to not care in this race about the rule of keeping your tires from the second qualifying session. So I wasn't aware of that, picked the wrong kind of tires, was at a disadvantage with one of the drivers, Costa. And then I also made a minor fuel miscalculation, but the tire thing was the main reason. And he was going to finish around the middle of the pack, it looked like, and we can do better, I think. So, restarting this. But also, we've got a couple fans here saying we did average in qualifying. They're not wrong. Maria said disappointed. And then only worth watching because of Rick DeGraff. That's definitely a minority opinion. Okay, let's get to the race. And it's nice weather at the start. I'm assuming the weather is going to stay the same. It usually does in the challenges. Unless it's sprinklers, and that's not the case here. Yeah, it's going to rain around lap 25 is when we need to switch to wets. And yeah, you can see they're unlocked here, but I mean, there's no inclement weather. Usually it only unlocks them if there's inclement weather, and there is, but not right away. Usually right away is all that matters, so that's just weird. Anyway, race trim and super softs. We could do light-footed for wets, but I don't think we'll need that, and that's way at the end. Skip super overtake mode because, again, our reliability for our parts isn't there yet. Maria Gonzalez is going to do light-footed and nurse. And that is actually going to allow her to use the super softs for the whole first stint. Meanwhile, Costa is going to go on softs. Which actually means that knowledge pick makes no sense. So let me switch that. We'll do the race trim for sure. Then do we want the 5% performance boost? I actually think I will go with that light-footed wet tires now, because we are going to need wet tires at the end of the race. I think that's going to be the best mix for him, because we definitely do need the soft tires. And then I reduced 3 and 4 laps the first time. I think that's too much. I'm going to go with 2 and 3. And this is a track where you burn extra fuel, so not a huge surprise there. Whoops. Nope. Stick with the super softs. There we go. And I'm going to go aggressive on both, but I'm going to back off to push after 1 lap on Gonzalez. I don't want to overcook the tires for her. Alright. Let's take a look at our form. We've got an 8 for Costa and a 4 for Gonzalez. So Costa definitely predicted to do better, and 3 of the top 4 drivers are actually hurt for this. So there's some definite issues going on, and yeah, the tires thing just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Here we go. Costa at the start. Yeah, and you can see like some of the drivers appear to have surged their battery, because you can see like 40% going up and down through that. Or maybe they have some sort of ability from their mechanics that gives them extra. And Gonzalez goes wide. Super crappy. We were going to be relying on Costa anyway. Now we're really relying on Costa. You might as well not hammer your engine or your tires quite that hard. At least till you get caught up to the pack. Actually, let's just go down to neutral there. So Costa's in 4th. He made his way up to 2nd in the first run right away, but he was also on super softs. So if we can hold anywhere near the front, we're going to be happy. He's at 7.2. Gonzalez slowly making headway on these cars at the back. And Costa holding off Pascal Becker, but not by much. On the other hand, Becker is on super soft. Maybe we lose that one eventually. Oh, we're up to the pack here. Well, first of all, let's go medium and push for the moment. And medium and push here as well. So Gonzalez will be looking for a way to get by. And I would hope we would find it fairly soon here. Might try a speed burst there fairly quickly. Costa now pulling away some from Becker. And I want to check and see how those tires are going to do. See if we might need to back off a little bit later. So Costa's going to cross the line here in a bit. At 89%. Gonzalez looking for a spot here. And finally getting it. So one driver down, and the more we get by, the better off we're going to be. Don't know if that was the best place for the speed burst. Probably better on the straightaway, but we're doing all right. Holding in fourth still is Costa. Yeah, about a second ahead of Becker, fading compared to the others. So that I can live with. Going through about 4% a lap. And we need to get through about 20 more laps. So that's obviously not going to work. We're going to switch back to neutral here. Yep, and a lot of the cars around us are back. That's okay. We just want to back off those tire temps gradually. I want to go neutral with Gonzalez eventually as well, but right now I just want to get some more positions. I'd like to get by a bunch of these other medium tire cars. At least try to get back up into the middle of the pack and threaten for some kind of points. We are slowly catching. Meanwhile, Costa struggling to hold off Becker now. So if we can hold it through the rest of this, I think I want to push in the home straightaway. Boy, that's a big if. Becker came alongside there, but we held it off. You can see Becker's tires going down faster, so if we can hold this for a bit. That didn't get us much. Modi going wide in 9th position. Gonzalez up to 15th and looking for more. Come on, get by. Oh, that didn't do it. So close to getting by Flores, but not quite there. right on the bumper and just can't make the pass. That's annoying. And Becker lost a spot to Surikov. We're looking a little more secure in that fourth spot. So 7 laps down out of the 24 that we need. Gonzalez remains right off of Flores' bumper, but can't get by. No real change here on Costa. I'm just going to ride along with Gonzalez and see if I can find anything. But, well, no, I really need to bump the tires down to neutral here, to be honest. I need to get some more tire temp. Then I can come back and maybe have her try something. Over a second up is Costa, and still 28% in the tank. Only driving at 5.0, while Gonzalez is up to 5.5. So those early promises in terms of form, not really panning out. And right now we'd be fourth, a pretty distant fourth. The two Scuderia drivers in second and third have been stuck behind for a lot more than that. And it looks like Gonzalez finally made the pass, which just puts us right behind Engelhart, and right above that is de Graaf. But yeah, we're in the thick of it here, and let's go push again. Use our speed burst, try to close this gap at the very least. Got up right behind, couldn't do anything with it. There we go. Well, very likely that speed burst got us close enough. Now up to 13th. So, and Costa has pulled away quite well from Becker. Surikov has slid back. So it's Steinman and Scuderia out front in this one. And if that continues to be the case, it'll definitely be Steinman, Wexler, and Saarinen there in second and third that we'll want to hit. More likely, hit one of them. Gonzalez trying to get by, come on. Okay, let's go neutral. See if we can hold it. And we might not be able to. Well, it looks like we did. Okay, up to 12th. Bijholz and de Graaf is next. So gradually working our way back up through the field. And let's see how much wear the other top drivers have. Lipponen, 59. Wexler, 64. Saarinen, 64. And Costa at 63. So Lipponen's a little more worn, but these two actually have a little bit better tires than we do. That's probably just because of smoother driving ability at this point. It's close. So we're about halfway there, and both drivers figure to finish right about at the red mark. Gonna have to push for a little bit, get that tire temp up. Fighting with de Graaf now. Stay behind there after another lap. Probably go push, go with the speed burst, and see what we can do there. Staying right behind through the back and forth S-turns. Let's push. Let's go for it. And there goes Becker first into the pits. Chapman will also probably have to go before we hit the rain. We're at 4.6 and Costa back up to 7.4 though. So his form dipped earlier, but it's returning to the strong performance predicted at the start of the race. And he's got quite a bit of energy. Just hasn't had a recent need to use it. Let's switch back to neutral now. And Gonzalez going to have to go neutral there as well. We've got less than 10 laps now till we want to switch, and Gonzalez stuck behind de Graaf. Does look like she will get up into the points, but she's definitely given herself a mountain to climb. If we could get by de Graaf, that's really a big one, because Modi is several seconds ahead. Chapman will have to pit. So getting this pass and getting it as soon as possible would be really, really nice. And Costa with Sharp right behind. Well, not behind anymore. That sucks. I didn't think that was a serious threat. The question is now, do I try to get it back? I think I'm just fading, so I think I let Sharp go. Just let Sharp go. Right now I just want to get through these last laps with no disaster. Again, I've got to push more. It's really going to be tight to have enough tire to get through. Didn't think it would be that tight on softs. Gonzalez has more left of the super softs than that. try one more time, push to try to get close enough, and then use that speed burst. Yeah, meanwhile, Costa, lots of room on both sides. I'm going to use some of the energy this lap just to use it, so I can keep collecting more. But not a lot. Okay, so Chapman did not pit. Chapman just got passed. Okay. Close the gap some there. And try to go after it this lap. Now Chapman repairing as well, so we can say goodbye to him. Go back down to neutral, at least for now. Try to squeeze what we can out of this. This is lap 20. We need to get about 5 more. Lipinen out in front at 33%. Wexler at 41, pressuring. Saarinen, 41. Sharp at 40 on the mediums. Costa at 38. See if we can do anything here. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, with matching speed burst. We're right behind. Gonna have to go neutral soon. Can we do anything? Gonzalez would be really nice to make this pass. Just got like right there and then can't complete it. I've got to go neutral though. Are we going to make it anyway? Almost. Use what little you have. Goodness, it's so close. I just can't get by. And here comes the rain. We've got 11 points right now. We'll worry about the sabotage later. See if we can switch to neutral. It's going to be very touchy when we switch. And there we see we've got other drivers going to wets, but they're losing distance. We're going to be low on the tires, so it's going to be very touchy. Hoping to go after this next lap. We've got to push for a bit with Costa. Let's do the same with Gonzalez. Just want to get that tire temperature up a hair here. That might... Nah. That might be enough. Okay, I'm going to say it's roughly going to be high enough at the end of this lap. I'll send them both in for wets then. Both drivers, again, hitting their setup just fine, so that's not an issue. Switch down to neutral, so we've got plenty for this. Gonzalez will also go in. Be interesting to see how many other drivers pit. We can see the water approaching that halfway point, at which point wets will be better than dry tires. Definitely another lap with more tire wear would make us worse. So I think this is the right timing. Wexler passing Lipponen, and they both go into the pits anyway. There we go, coming out. I'm going to default to push here. Fifth. And quite a ways behind. So let's burn some of our energy. And Gonzalez, again, right behind DeGraff. No change. How are we doing on parts? Parts look fine. What about Costa? Gained some on Saarinen, but I don't think we gain any more. Wexler's leading the race. I see absolutely no reason not to knock them out. Let's just do that and then see where the standings end up after they crash. Again, it's a partial yellow. Yeah, a little bit dicey. I don't want to push till we get a little bit closer there. Plus, that would hurt our fuel a bit. Okay, Wexler out of the points. That'd give us 14. Let's see, Panther and Steinman. Scuderi is not going to get much from Saarinen. So Lipponen races for Steinman, and we don't care. I don't see a good reason not to just knock out Sharp. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Zoe Sharp is the second one. It looks like Gonzalez is pretty much stuck in 9th, or what will be 8th. We'll probably want to move it later to stay ahead of Surikov, but... Oh, they're going to... No, I didn't realize... I didn't want to go caution. Great, full caution. Go low. Well, this is going to be problematic or helpful, depending on how things go. Going to have to watch the fuel very close for how hard we can push. And we're definitely going to want to use those speed bursts. There's not going to be much time left after we go under the flag. Where does that leave us? Alright, hold on. Tire's too low. Go push for a bit to get them up. Okay, Steinman's going to beat us. Scuderia and Panther don't. Which is great. You know, I mean, it looks like we gain a very small amount to our lead here if we don't improve our position at all. Okay, they're not going up, so let's do attack briefly. It keeps saying 1 lap left. I swear it said that for 2 laps. It'll go into the garage now. Okay, now let's switch back to push. Don't have a whole lot there, but... Ooh, look at Saarinen with mechanical issues. Can definitely go out with all Gonzalez. Like, the car condition is not dropping slightly lower for her, it's dropping a lot lower. I'm going to take more weight stripping off of her in the future. Use that nurse and take, like, I think I can take another... I'm only going to up it by 5% a race. But I can definitely up it. Let's get forward a little bit closer to the end of this lap. I think our tires are better than a lot of our competitors. This is where the race is going to be won or lost. We've got 2 laps to go. Okay, the car is in. We're going to go all out on the tires. We got plenty of tire, just go flat out the rest of the race. Here we go. Speed burst. Everybody speed burst. Costa up to second and then lost it. Really bad coming out of that turn. Just watching the fuel. Condition can do whatever it wants because we're second to last lap. I think we're going to make it on the fuel too. I think we just go all out these last 2 laps. And Gonzalez has slipped to 8th. Because it's only a 1-point win over Scuderia. It's still a win. But come on, Maria. Last lap, it looks like Costa's going to stay where he is. Gonzalez is in a bunch of traffic. And again, it's De Graaf. De Graaf has been killing us. Now, Costa right on the behind Saarinen here. We're going to wait till we get through these turns. Hit that power button again. Come on. Oh, he got stuck behind him. Oh my goodness. We could have found a better line there. With Lipinen's bad turn right at the end, we could have won. Instead, Saarinen won. And Scuderia gets the race. Yeah, that was just miserable luck there at the end, with Lipinen getting the win. We stayed in the same position. Gonzalez slipped back. Her bad turn at the beginning. Hard to complain when you're sabotaging, but just bad luck. Surikov demoted for Panther. So Panther is basically out of the picture. At least for now. And honestly, that's almost as good for us. Gonzalez in second, right behind Wexler. Costa up to fifth. And here's the team standings. Now, Scuderia is ahead of us. But I'll still take that because Panther's 19 points back. So if we need to, we can just knock out 2 Scuderia drivers. I think overall our position in the championship still slightly improved. But it would have been really nice to have that last straightaway go better for Costa. And trying to knock drivers out right before I'm going into a pit, I want to consider that too, because that way we can, if it goes to a full yellow, we can just use that as our pit stop and do better that way. So Saarinen wins Ardennes. Yep, we were pretty close. Ended up being pretty much what we expected. Not quite as strong for Costa, but good. Not the best day for Gonzalez. Chairman still getting happier. Lots more money. Up to uneasy there. Once again, the gearbox gets finished. We also finished something in the HQ, which is interesting. And Phoenix is up next. So it is a tight race. Even though we're a point behind, I would still consider us to be slightly in the driver's seat now. 6 races to go. Lots of work to do for Van Dort. We'll be back with more of that as we head off to Arizona for a speed track. Till then, thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with more Motorsport Manager.